a big Newcastle fan, and I've got to ask you, like, I actually don't know too many Newcastle fans. And I've got to say, like, in the 90s, I used to follow Newcastle a lot, purely because Tottenham were never near the Champions League, never near Europe. So they were like my team I'd watch on ITV on a Wednesday or Tuesday. I'd support Newcastle for those days. But gone off that era now. How are you with Newcastle? And what is it like to be a Newcastle fan with the whole Mike Ashley circus upstairs, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I thought Mourinho going cup final week was ridiculous. And then I don't... Nuno Santo is like, that's fine. You know, it would have looked better maybe a year ago, right? But I think obviously the fact that he's fifth, sixth choice is not a great indictment. But never mind. For Newcastle, man, it's a tough one because I feel like for us, we've been shackled by Mike Ashley for so long, and we felt like we had it back with Rafa. Things were kind of starting to turn. And then Mike Ashley didn't want to give him the money that he wanted to like invest in the squad. So he went, and then we spent 40 million on Joelinton, which was it was almost like
that left field.
He just did it to prove a point after Benitez went, and it was just, a terrible deal. So, listen, when you're in St. James's Park and it's packed, it's one of the best experiences you'll ever get. Like, the atmosphere is amazing. I've driven 5 hours up to home games up the M1 just to get to Newcastle, but aesthetically, we're not the greatest. It's not a great. I will say, like, last year, Callum Wilson was a great buy. I like Jamal Lewis. St. Maximin, of course, is like the saviour. But like, if we are missing 2 or 3, we're like done for. So, and it always feels like we're in that kind of pattern. It was the same when we had Ben Arthur. He was like the saviour. Mm-hmm. And again, we had Demba Ba, and then he went and whatever. Like, it's a far cry from the exciting time of the 90s, and some of the players we had there and being competitors. So I think for Newcastle, it would be great if we just could build on our squad for once, because we never really do. Ashley kind of has the makings of a squad, but he never wants to really back it. He obviously wants to sell, but he wants what he deems is the right price. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of stuck in this eternal loop where you see these reports, oh, they're going to sell, and then we don't sell. And it's just like, oh, man. So Mike Ashley, I think, sees it as a business, and we need someone who's willing to like invest and make a success of the club, which I just don't think Mike Ashley is. We could go into this all day about the intricacies of Mike Ashley. He's a very
let it out, Alex. I'll be the therapist here.
I mean, that was the thing. Like, he came in. He was like, "Oh, Mike Ashley's paid off all our debt," but he didn't really. He just made the debt towards him, and they were like, "Oh, it's but he's not charging us anything on top of it." But it was like, we've just transferred it over. Really, like, he's just making sure that he recoups it. He just treats it like a business, right? He's not overly interested in investing. And that has always been the issue, because with Newcastle, you're going to sell out St. James's Park every home game virtually. You've got that support and fan base. And in turn, you've got the revenue that comes with that. There is a platform there for somebody who really wants to take the club forward. So I'd love to. I hope it happens in my lifetime.
Yeah, Mike Ashley's quite the character. I remember when he first started at your club, he used to turn up in like the Geordie top as well, and just be sitting there like any other fan with a pint on the side and just cheering. And I remember that look not going down too well, and also the time where I think he had the Sports Direct influence of the kit, of like they had like a Brazil kit going at one time.
Yeah, he changed the stadium name as well, which everyone was furious about. That was another one where he tried to make it the Sports Direct Arena, and everyone was like, come on, mate.
Literally, for those football fans out there, we're just coming out of the Euros. The whole stuff of all that has now gone. I have to say, I wasn't an optimist myself going into the final, so I was not disappointed in any shape or form of all that. I know you're a football fan yourself, Simon. I also know you're a big Arsenal fan. And me being a Tottenham fan, I've got to say, not the greatest season for both of us last season. It's one I think that we both want to forget.
Yeah.
How I mean, like, how is it for you being an Arsenal fan at the moment?
Well, I mean, the thing is, and I know this always annoys people when I say it, but I kind of treat football like I treat wrestling. I just want to enjoy it, right? Doesn't mean I don't get passionate about it. Doesn't mean I don't have emotions towards it. But when things go wrong, I just shrug my shoulders and go, oh, well, never mind. That's kind of what I did with the Euros final too. Like, this just sums up what an absolute moron I am. But I just thought it was so cool we were in a final. That was, I mean, obviously it would have been much better if we had won, but that was enough for me. Like, it was just like, wow, we got to a final of a competition and we didn't lose, right? It was in 90 minutes, we never lost, which I thought was really, really cool. But yeah, as for Arsenal, I mean, the problem with being an Arsenal fan is you have to be a realist. And as we know, a lot of football fans are not realists at all. And the glory days are over. We are in, I don't even like calling it transition because that seems to be way too nice. We're just at the moment a very average club. However, Mikel Arteta seems to have big plans. He's brought in a lot of players. You know, I still think there's going to be a lot of movements, especially now that we're in July and the Euros are over. I keep everything crossed. Like, they're a team with so much money behind the scenes. You'd have to imagine you're never really going to be out of the top 8, top 6 at a push. So whatever you have to do to get back there. But yeah, I mean, look, was last season an enjoyable season? No. No, it wasn't. It was full of, well, quite literal ups and downs, right? Which was difficult. But again, you know, look at Saka, right? He's, I know everything that's gone on since then has been absolutely deplorable, but in terms of footballing talent, absolutely tremendous, and kind of amazed he plays for us. So I'm just going to keep quiet and hope that it continues.
Yeah, crazy season. Well, at least you're not got to play in the Emmerdale Farm Cup that we're going to be in next season. The conference, European Conference. I mean,
well, you must be worried
honestly,
about Kane as well. You must be terrified.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I've come to the realization of that, and I think we owe it to him as well. I think most Spurs fans feel that way. I don't think you can resent the fact that he's going to go. I think the only issue is Daniel Levy and how much money he's going to want. I think that's going to be a big problem. But I can see him at Manchester City, unfortunately. And the stars align as always because we got them the first game of the season.
Of course.
So that'll be wonderful.
After the Euros, though, he's probably worth what? 150, 180 million? There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure Daniel Levy had his calculator out, was putting a few pluses in there, a couple of extra mil here, one for the interviews, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he would have had that out. But, you know, with the manager situation as well, it took so long to get a manager. And then when we did, oh my God, talk about underwhelmed. You know, I'm sure Nuno is going to do fantastic, but like all these managers we was linked with, and, you know, we come out of the whole Jose stuff and then we get Nuno, and I'm like, if there's one thing I'll say, it will be very low expectations, which might work in his favour because had it have been like Conte or something, they would have expected some instant results, I would imagine.
I think the Nuno thing as well was that he ruled him, well, whatever, for what reason he was ruled out, and then he came back. And I think when you do that merry-go-round, people get, because you accept. I bet when he was first linked, people are like, oh yeah, Nuno will be good. But then when you get a no and he comes back again, well, you've already accepted that it's a no. So, yeah, no, it's difficult, man. But again, he may shine on that kind of a stage. You know, I mean, look, Tottenham are a better team than Wolves. I really like Wolves, but you have better quality players, so maybe he'll adapt. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of interesting teams next year.
Yeah, we'll see. I won't hold my breath.